Welcome back, YouTube. My name is Nigel MrSchroeter, and today I want to teach you how to fund your dreams without using credit. All right, I know there's a lot of people out there who are watching my videos because they're trying to build their credit and they're trying to ascertain credit, but they say, hey, I have these dreams. Either I want to go this place, or I want to do this thing, or I want to build this business. How do I go about doing it? All right. And so we have to understand that sometimes we have to take alternative measures to get to where we want to be, because we don't have the same life as the next person. And what you may see that one person has and may work to their benefit may not work for you. Maybe you're not a responsible enough person to handle credit in the long term, and it's going to be something negative for you down the road. Maybe you're not in the position financially right now where you can afford to borrow money because you can't afford to pay it back. There's so many different things that come into this and so many different compounding factors. So rather than just sit here and watch all these different YouTubers that are profiting off of teaching you how to do this, right? Or the ones who are telling you, hey, fake it till you make it. No. Let's not do that. Let's go back to the drawing board and really analyze how can you fund your dreams without credit. So let's begin. First things first, create a budget. All right. You need to know what you've historically spent your money on and be able to now adjust those things so that you can in turn be saving more money and doing more things with your money, using your money more efficiently. So what does that mean? That means you need to cut unnecessary expenses. All right. If you really want to take that trip to the Bahamas, I don't know where you live. I live in Florida. So for me to get to the Bahamas, that's $350. Guess what? If I cut out a week of eating out with Uber, that's my trip to the Bahamas right there. So I'm going to cut out that. I'm going to say, hey, for 2 weeks, I'm going to pack my own lunch. And guess what? In 2 weeks, I'll be packing for my flight. Hey, got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you can't, you have to make those sacrifices. And those sacrifices may be something that small, saying, hey, I'm not going to, stop at Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast. Instead, I'm going to go to Walmart and buy me a $3 bag of warm-up pancakes. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do. If you want to live your dream and experience these certain things, you have to cut certain things out. Maybe, there's something else that you could do even further to cut those expenses. I know at my job, we're able to eat at work. So hey, if your job has something similar where you can eat at work, you may not like that food, but guess what? If you tough it out for a couple weeks, that could save you a couple bucks. All right. Next thing, build an emergency fund, right? So before you hop up and say, hey, I'm going to, fly around the world, I'm going to get my passport and go live it up, right? Before you do that, you have to understand as well that you need to have those funds there in case of an emergency. What if something happens to you? What if you miss a flight? There's so many compounding factors, and you don't want to ever be, stuck. Hey, I saved up this money. I got to go on a trip that I've always wanted to go on. But, hey, this trip isn't going to end because I'm stuck here. You don't want that to be your situation. And then now you're calling and begging people and trying to figure out how you're going to rectify the situation. So build that emergency fund and have that safety net there. All right. Next thing, it's going right hand in hand with having an emergency fund. Save consistently. Have that savings sitting to the side so that you have that money there in case of an emergency that you can use it, and then also you can invest some of that money. All right. Next thing's next, just like we have to cut unnecessary expenses, sell unused item. I'm sure you got some things. You got an old phone laying around. You got some clothes you don't wear, probably some furniture in the garage, so many other things, maybe some shoes, whatever it may be. You have something laying around your house of value that could be sponsoring your next business venture or sponsoring your next trip, but you're choosing not to use it. All right. Next thing, hey, GoFundMe, crowdfunding. Hey, I'm a single parent aspiring to do this, blah, 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 and I need some help. And you'd be surprised how many people, how many other single moms who started their own businesses are saying, hey, okay, well, you're a single mom, you started your business, I'm gonna help you. I'll give you $100 towards $1,000 you need or whatever. And a lot of the times it's strangers that will do those things. And sometimes you look up and your campaign's got 10 times what you expected. So check that out. Participating in grants or contests. Hey, I want to be an artist. I want to fund that dream of being an artist. So what can I do? I can find different grants for young artists, or I can go to an art competition and enter my painting and see, if I can win something. And that'll also validate me, being that I can say on my resume, hey, I've won this art contest before. So you could build your resume while making money at the same time, and you won't have to have these, astronomical amounts to start in certain situations. All right. Next is bartering and skill exchange. All right. So, like I said, same thing with being an artist. Hey, I'm painting these paintings. Maybe you go to somebody and you say, hey, I need a website done for my company, but I'll create, your logos and your social media posts or whatever it may be. You're doing something, you're exchanging things to help your business while helping theirs at the same time, or to help you get what you want while they get what they want. Look at community resources. See, what things are in your community that could support you and help you grow. There may be a art initiative that you didn't even know about in your community, where they're asking people to come out and display their stuff, or maybe there's a young entrepreneurs expo, or anything, whatever it may be that helps benefit you from your community. The other thing is, hey, seek a partnership or a sponsorship. If you got a good business plan and you got a good product, hey, Shark Tank it out. Shark Tank isn't the only place where you can go to get money. There are investors all over the place. You might have an uncle or somebody who has, $40,000-$50,000 sitting in the bank, and you go to them and say, hey, if you loan me this much money and we start this up, we can invest it, and, we can make this or make that. And last but not least, you can also always check out peer-to-peer lending platforms. We have a different thing that's similar to this in the Caribbean community, where people will put money in, and once it gets to your drawing, you'll basically get a lump sum of money. And it's not necessarily lending, but it's more of a savings type thing. Hey, everybody puts in this much money, and then when it's your week, you get this much money back out. And that's kind of, how it works. And you can also do this with lending and, say, hey, I need a loan. And there are platforms where there are people who will lend to you because they will make money back off of lending to you. And so you can always check that out as well. So with that being said, I hope this video was of some benefit to someone who's out there trying to start their business. And if it was, please make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and let us know down in the comments what you want us to talk about next. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being a part of the family. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one.